everyone, I'm Dottie, Stitching Scotty, and here's Winston. Once again, welcome to all the new viewers. This is video Flosstube number 171, and we'd like to welcome you. Today is Friday, May the 10th, 2024. I would like to welcome everyone, new subscribers. I hope you see something you enjoy. We have a lot to share today. I have a shop tour. I'm talking about the Queen City Workshop and the retreat, whatever you want to call it. The Harmon Museum. I have just a few pictures from that. It was just really great. And I've got a past FFO, an FFO, or fully finished object, and some works in progress. And we have a free pattern as usual. And I also have some birthday news and happy mail. So just thank you, thank you. The fun part was that this is Striker, my other Scotty. He's looking for his treat. They always get a treat when they get up here. But the fun part was all the Stitchy friends I got to meet. And the old, well, not old, but the former, well, not former either. Anyway, the returning Stitchy friends where we got to meet again. So I just had a blast. So we're going to talk all about it now. And would like to say hey to Grandma Jeanette and Belinda and Stephanie. Striker says hey. Those are my Scottish Terriers. And they do come in different colors. They come in a silver, silvery blue kind of. They come in a black brindle. They come in black. They come in the red wheaten like Striker. And they also come in white. And they have the long beards and the, there's treat number one, the long beards, and they have the cobby legs and stuff. And I apologize for the rattling of the treat. I thought I could do this quicker. Okay, all right, so let's get started. The first thing is I went to the Queen City Workshop Retreat. Guild, it's a sampler guild, and that guild is in Cincinnati. We had the retreat really close to the Cincinnati airport in Florence, Kentucky, and they gave us out these flying pig name tags. Is that just not too cute? So I'm going to save that one because it's so unique, but they were very, very generous. And the best part is Nicola Parkman was there. And she's a fabulous teacher. If you ever get a chance to go to one of her classes or workshops, you need to do it. Okay, because it's worth the money. It's worth the experience. It's just a great experience. And I just want to thank Patty and Lisa at the Queen City Stitchers Guild and the Guild and Nicola Parkman for a fantastic workshop and a fantastic experience. I just had a blast. Okay, the first day I got there, I had a little time before the retreat started. We had a reception the first afternoon, and I went to the Harmon Museum. This is in Lebanon, Kentucky, and they had a shaker display. They had a Victorian display, early Americana display. They had carriages and a car from 1908. It was just really exciting. And then they also had some cross-stitch samplers. And this is going to be there until June. Their hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4. And I will link their website below. I will also put a phone number. So if you would like to go and visit the Harmon Museum, which I highly recommend, there's so much goodness in there. It's just wonderful. The ladies are sweet. They have a gift shop and they have books. Yay. About samplers in Ohio and different things. So you need to go. And it's only, well, I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but it was very inexpensive to tour the museum, and it was well worth it. They also had the Beetle Log Cabin, and now the Harmon Museum is in Lebanon, Ohio. So that's about 45 minutes from Cincinnati. So you can look it up on the internet, though, because I will put that, like I said, below. But then after that, I'm going to insert some pictures here. that, we had the reception, which was a meet and greet with a charcuterie board, and we had like lemonade and water and stuff like that. So anyway, that was really good, and I got to meet some of my new Stitchy friends and greet some of my, I guess I'll say, gold Stitchy friends. Like, meet new friends, one's silver, the other's gold. Okay. But anyway, it's always a really treat to see. It's a treat to see them. Then everybody went around and we stitched and stuff after that. And then the next day we got our treat with Nicola Parkman. And Nicola, like I said, is a fabulous teacher. She showed up. They gave us the kit. And my kit, you had your choice of linen or, what count of linen and what kind of silks that you wanted. I chose the 40 count Muddy Duck linen from Tabby Cat, and I'm using the 103 Auversois. And here is the sampler that we did. Well, we didn't do the whole sampler. But anyway, this is the one I started. Isn't it pretty? Oops. Okay. And anyway, the Queen City Guild, well, she got up there, Nicola got up there, and she first showed us some stitches. And the linen that we had, the linen I used, let's see, how can I do this? There we go. That's my Tabby Cat Muddy Duck linen. Okay, so the first stitch that we did, okay, let me get to my pattern. Oh, plus she also gives tutorials, video tutorials that you have for up to a year after the class is over, in case you put this down and you don't remember how to do the stitch. Plus the graphs on the inside of the booklet are excellent. I mean excellent. And the first stitch, of course, she did was cross stitch. And everybody, mostly we know how to do the cross stitch and make X's. But if you don't, this is what it looks like. Okay, that was the border. All right, the next stitch we did was the herringbone and the double running stitch. And mine's on 40 count, so it's going to be kind of hard to see. It's the red. Then the next stitch we did was the rice. No, was the rice stitch, and this is the green. And then the next stitch we did was the four-sided stitch, and we learned how to make it reversible. I had done the four-sided stitch before, but mine was not reversible. But anyway, it takes a little thought. You got to have an X on the back, and then you have the square on the front. And I did one letter, and then my patience ran out because you need to concentrate for that. Then underneath it, we did the Algerian, eyelet, and that was a lot of fun too. We also did the double running stitch, but I didn't, that was up here on the top with the herringbone stitch. So this is what I got done during the retreat, and I'm quite proud of it. And it's one strand of Auversois 103 over 2 threads. So there you go. But I learned a lot of how to be a neater stitcher and what to do if you get backed into a corner on the four-sided stitch. And it was very, very, very informative. And she gave 3 lectures. They were very good. Then she gave us a quiz. Oh, goodness. I need to learn more. She showed us different samplers, and she asked us what country were they in and what genre of needlework certain things were. My mind was like somebody took an eraser, like I'd been on TV on some quiz show. I forgot everything I even thought I knew. And even, I did pretty good on the first question. But even the one where it said, what is the word that describes a sampler in one color? I couldn't think of monochromatic. I just couldn't think of that. I kept thinking of something else. But anyway, it was a lot of fun, and there was one lady, the perfect score was 30, and she got 27 things right. And she got this neat prize from Nicola, so that was nice. So then we stitched some more, and you could stitch on your own stuff or you could stitch on your sampler. And most of the time I stitched on my sampler. And then of course, you know, we had to visit. I mean, what's a retreat if you don't visit? So we did that, and ever so often people would give, like Nicola or the Queen City Sampler Guild would give us gifts. So one of the things that Nicola gave us, and I stink at origami, which is paper folding, and this was an orc box, and it's got little roses on the side, and she showed us how to fold it. And it also folds flat, so you can take it with you where you go. Isn't that cute? But paper folding was very, very popular during the Victorian age. It really was. Then we got this eyeglass cleaner from the Queen City Sampler Guild, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think that was from Nicola. Then we also got a packet of cards, and I took one out. These are note cards. And this is one of the sampler, the Margaret Hutton sampler. So that's really nice. And the envelopes to go with that. Then they come around, and we've got the Queen City Sampler Guild 2024 needle book. Isn't that cute? Just love it. Then we got a boo-boo stick, and it's got its own little holder. You just pop it out, and this is for when you have to rip out things, and you just brush it gently across your linen or your Aida, and it takes all the stray fibers up, so you don't have to pick, and that's just wonderful. And then Nicola gave us a bonus pattern, Honora Maxwell, 1862, A Token of Love. Isn't that beautiful? So that's going to be one of the things I would like to start, but I've got to finish the Hands Across the Sea sampler first before I start another one. Yes, because I have 2 or 3 started. Then we got this floss drop, and it's got 2024. It's got a crown, a flying pig, and a heart, and it's got a crown with QCSG and a picture of the Margaret Hutton sampler. Isn't that pretty? So that's going to go in my little red box. Then we got a tumbler from the Queen City Sampler Guild and Mrs. Parkinson's Academy of Needlework, and it's got the sampler on it. And it's got this nice top. It's insulated, and it even has a straw and a brush to clean the straw. So that's nice. I mean, my goodness, all these gifts. All right, but the piece de resistance was from Penny and Tunny, and it was a project bag. This was the first thing that we got, and everybody was like, "Oh, look at that! Isn't that just gorgeous?" And it's got a little crown zipper pull, and it's got a picture of the sampler on it, and it says Queen City Sampler Guild. So I'll always have, and on the bottom it says Mrs. Parkman's Academy of Needlework. So I'll always have a memento of my time at the Nicola Parkman workshop with Queen City Sampler Guild. Yay! So, and I'm going to link Penny and Tunny below. And there's the QR code if you want to scan that. But is this not just fabulous? And I think this is that French general fabric that everybody just loves. And there's the inside. Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, it's lined, it's well made, no seams are showing. I mean, you just couldn't ask for anything better. So that was just like, wow. Okay. So also the Queen City Sampler Guild gave us out a schedule of the 2025 programs and events. Now, some of these are cemented in, but there's a couple of them that are like to be announced. there's this page and this page. So I highly suggest that you join the Queen City Sampler Guild. They have Zoom nights, and they're wonderful. I've done one, and I would have done two, but I was busy. But they have Zoom workshops. They just got through having one with Catherine from Antique Needleworks, and I hear it was just fabulous. So just be sure and check that out. Okay, and then everybody was very generous that gave us things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them out on the table and take a picture of them and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and I will do that. And one thing we did get was a free pattern, because Robin from Old Willow Stitchery was there, and she gave us this pattern. Then I'm going to show you just two things. Yeah. Because this one is really special. This is from my friend Arurita, and I know I said that wrong. I just call her Ara, like most people do. But her real name is Arurita. And she made me this beautiful hexagon needle book. Isn't that gorgeous? And I know she's sitting there laughing now because I can't say her name. And it's got pony needles. And look at the pen here. Isn't that just gorgeous? And the stitching is just great. I mean, it's perfect. Just love this. And she gave me some floss drops, which she handed out at StitchCon, she said last year, but because I was at a different weekend than she was. Yeah. Then, let's see, is there anything else? Well, I'll just show a picture of everything else because there's so much. She also gave me candy too. It was just amazing. I didn't eat all of it, but part of it was on the way home. So just hang in there for a picture and you'll see all the good stuff. Now we've got our fully finished. Oh wait, I did forget one thing. I don't know, every video I do, I forget something. I won a door prize at the retreat. And this was a Queen City Sampler Guild tote bag. And this is a really, well, This is a really nice tote bag, and it's got the little zipper pouch and the top zips so you can zip it shut, so if it turns over, the stuff will not spill out. So thank you so much. They drew numbers that were on the back of our name tags, and that's how we won. And they gave a lot of stuff away. They really did. So what else do I have to show? Okay, I have some past fully finished objects, and this one, because I've been talking about shepherd's bush so much, I had to get this one out. This is grow where you are planted, and this is on 10 count tula, and it's got like a small border, and then it's got the larger border, but I'm using 3 strands over 1 thread because it's on 10 count. And then here's the back. But I really love that. It's so pretty. And I have the little hanger, and it hangs on my hall tree in my foyer. I change these out with the seasons. And the buttons are from Just Another Button Company, and they do have button packs that you can order, the Grow button pack. Then, this is an oldie but a goodie. This is one of the first stitch-alongs I ever did. And this was spring from, I think it's Welcome Spring, or maybe it's just Spring, from Elizabeth Designs. And you can tell it's older because it has, my bunnies are crooked, because it has a mat. But this is in my living room, and I change these out every season. It's on 28 count, and I'm using 2 strands over 2. It's got satin stitches, Smyrna stitches, the fly stitch, I think, long and short, and I think that's about it. But anyway, this is a beautiful pattern. And if you want this one, like I said, I don't know if it's available or not, but if it is, I'll try to link it below. All right. The next thing, I have a fully finished object because I finally found all its missing parts. Okay, you know, when I went to Quilter Station to their retreat, Blue Flower was there, and she had this pattern, and she gave us 6 different small patterns that we could stitch and we could put in this locket. I did the owl, and there's my little owl finished, and I just put him in the locket, and it's really a nice locket. And these lockets, you can get these from SC Handworks, and I will link that below. Oh goodness. Okay, so that's on 40 count, and it's 1/2. I think it's 40 count. Let me look. Yep, 40 count marble khaki linen from XJU Designs, and this was the first time I had stitched on XJU Designs. He's cute, cute. So, all right, and that was from the Blue Flower, so that was fun. I can't believe, first I couldn't find my cloth, then I couldn't find my locket, you know, so it's like, what in the world? Okay, the next thing, what did I stitch on? Of course, I stitched on Margaret Hutton. I started that. That was a new start. Then, before we started on that, on the stitch night, I stitched on Elizabeth Garrod, because I thought, if I'm going to a Nicola Parkman Nicola Parkman workshop, I need to stitch a hats sampler. So I got this one out that I've just been struggling to get done, because it's like, oh, but I got to do this. Oh, but I got to do that. But I want to do this. But I got to do this, and I got to do that. So this one is so handy to take with you because it's just the one color. I'm using the Oversoir 100.3. It's on 36 count. Yes. And I didn't get a lot done. Oops, my needle. Okay. I didn't get a lot done. I just got some of this done down here. And then I was visiting. Yeah. But I wanted to show it because I did work on something. But I'm coming along. I think I'm about maybe almost half. Yeah, when I finish this row, I'll be over half finished with it. But it's just really, really pretty. And this was my St. Patrick's Day thing. I'm falling behind, you know. And it's 1 strand over 2 of the Oversoir 100.3. Okay, and I did change the color. I have mentioned it on other videos, but I'll try to link it below what I used. Okay, then the next thing I did, I had a new start. And I want to hurry up and get this one done. I don't usually borrow patterns from anybody because I try to support the designer. But these patterns are not available anymore. And this was one pattern that I guess people call a unicorn pattern because they're hard to find. And this is Victorian's house number 9. I wanted house number 9 and house number 13. I think it is. Well, and I started house number 9. Isn't that pretty? And this is by Stitch in Time, and it's Judith Kirby. And it's just beautiful. Okay, and the way I want to do it is I'm going to put house number 9 and number 13 together because 13 has the little trick-or-treaters. The reason it took me so long is I couldn't find any fabric that I liked. And lo and behold, I opened a drawer that wasn't supposed to have fabric in it, and it had the perfect piece in it. And it's on, I want to say it's on 28 count, and I'm using 2 strands over 2, and I got a good bit of the tree done. And I did this in the evenings after I went to the workshop. So I'm really enjoying stitching on this. It's a lot of fun. So many thanks to Olivia. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to hurry up and get this done so you can get your pattern back because I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I don't know what color it is. It was just, it's been in there so long and it was not in the right place. And I didn't used to keep up with what color things were. So I don't know. Next, I also stitched on Any Town, Tiny Town, which is one of my Whip Go calls for this month. And I'm supposed to have a finish. When I started, I had like a bare tree, a little bit of the ice cream cart, and I had the shell of the building pretty much, just the bottom part. No windows, nothing. So now it's on 28 count Lugana, or this could be Jobulin, I don't know. Anyway, I pretty much got the 3 buildings done. I'm leaving the little pieces on the bird that's back stitch and French knot and the spokes of the wheel till later because I don't want to mess up the threads. And I've started the next tree. And I'm using 2 strands over 2. So hopefully this will be a finish this month. But if it's not, I'll just keep stitching on it when I can. But I just love this, and I'm stitching it just like it is on the graph. And I'm probably going to put Keepsakes on there because it will commemorate my visit to Keepsakes. And speaking of which, I got to go to Keepsakes. I went there after I went to the museum on Friday, and then I went to the reception. What fun. Oh, it was so much fun. And this is a heart and hand pattern, and I'm using all the call for threads. Can you tell I'm jumping around? I don't mean to. So those are my works in progress whips. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the free pattern. Now, just because I went to the Hands Across the Sea workshop, I thought I'd do a sampler, but it's not a Hands Across the Sea workshop pattern. It's a pattern from Old Willow Stitchery Designs. And Robin was there. But this is one that's on her blog, and there is the sampler pocket. Now you can do this in any color. The threads that she used have been discontinued. I think she did it on a piece of mocha, she said. Let's see. It says She used Lakeside Linens 28 count mocha, and you know Lakeside Linens is hard to get. And she used teal, light brown, and brown. But now I would probably brighten this up just a little bit. But it's very, very pretty. But Robin and her two schnauzers, you know, they are very sweet. And it was a joy to get to meet her in person. So that was really nice. So I will link that free pattern below for all you sampler stitchers. And who knows, you may need a pocket for your thread or scissors or whatever. So that'll be good. Okay, so next, I'm going to talk about my Happy Mail and my birthday. I had a birthday on April the 29th, and for those of you that sent me cards and things, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll show the cards first. This is from my family, Belinda, Stephanie, and Grandma Jeanette. Isn't this pretty? Just loved it. This is another card from Ellen. She's a fellow quilter. And this was a card from Jeanette and Roger. And this is a beautiful card from Mary G. So cute. Look at a little bee peeking out. She sent me a nice little note also. So sweet. She's one of my dearest, dearest friends. And then this one is from Jane and Pepper. And she's one of my first viewers. And she gave me an African violet a long time ago when I had my back surgery. And it's thriving, Jane. And I might just insert a picture here.